Hi, I'm Soraya M and I'm back here to talk to you about how to find time to write your novel. Now, as busy mums or dads, it's often really hard to carve out time for ourselves. We're busy being parents, we've often got full-time jobs to juggle or simply running the home, and finding time can feel impossible. But I'm not here to tell you that there's a simple solution, because there isn't. There is no magic pill, there is no simple solution to achieving quality time for your writing. The only way to do that is to prioritize it and make writing a genuine priority for you and your family. No one cares about your success or your writing like you do, so you have to advocate for carving out that time, for making it possible to start writing or continue writing your novel. We often feel like we have so many balls in the air. As parents, partners, mothers, fathers, it is a really hard thing to actually make it possible to find time for yourself. But here's the thing, you don't have to create a huge amount of time. Think of the time when you get up in the morning, before everyone else is awake, when other people have gone to bed in your household and you've got a quiet home to yourself, in the 1 hour or 30 minutes you may have for a lunch break every day if you're working a full-time job outside of the home. Those are the key times where you can find time for yourself, and you need to make that possible. Now, even 15 minutes every single day may be all that you need to actually kickstart your writing and make writing a novel a priority for you, and making that possible, making it a reality that you may be able to write an entire novel or your next novel, or whatever piece of creative writing you're working on. So, how do you work in 15 minutes? Well, you're going to have to work fast, that's for sure, if you only have 15 minutes. But I truly believe that most of us, no matter how busy we are, busy is I guess, it's something that we all feel. We're all busy. We all have busy lives. We all have multiple things to achieve and to do every day or every week. But when you say I'm too busy to do something, what that really means is it's not a priority for me, or I don't want to make that happen. Because if you want to write a novel, you need to prioritize it. So every single day, 15 minutes, 30 minutes or 1 hour. I would like you to try and achieve 1 hour at least 5 days a week, but you need to write every single day. So on a Saturday, you're busy running around after children, going to kids' sports, catching up on things around the house. Just do 15 minutes. Please just put your butt in the chair and write for 15 minutes. You need to write every day so that you're not wasting time when you sit down at your computer to try and remember where you're at in the story, to try and start over again, or have to read the work that you wrote 5 or 7 days ago, or even 3 days ago. You need to be able to jump straight back into that story, sit in the chair, start typing straight away. So if you are doing this every single day and writing every day, it becomes a habit. It becomes very easy to sit down, for your brain to instantly jump into gear, your mind spinning, and start working on that story again. So if you do have an hour every day, I encourage you to set a timer. I personally do this every day. It works really well for me, and it's a great way to, I guess, just to activate myself and know that it's time to write. No excuses, get in the chair, open the laptop and start writing. So I set the timer for 15 minutes. I sit down, start the timer, and I have to write. No checking emails, no going on Facebook or Twitter, other social media, no making coffee, no talking on the phone. Turn your phone on silent, sit down and write. When that 15 minutes is up, have a look at how many words you've written. It can be a great tool to actually write it down in a diary, or just jot down every day how many words you're writing to see if you're starting to get faster with your words. And then I want you to take 5 minutes off. Go and make that coffee, check your emails, jump on Facebook, whatever you want to do. But when that 5 minutes is up, set the timer again and then write. And every time your timer is activated, you have to write. There is no time to do anything else. And if you commit to doing that, if you do that 4 times a day, I guarantee you'll make incredible progress on your novel. And you don't have so much dead time. I could have 2 hours available, but the time that I'm setting the timer is the time I'm genuinely working and actually making progress. So I think you can achieve more sometimes in 3 or 4 15-minute timed sessions than you can if you have unlimited time throughout the day. To try and make the most out of whatever time you've carved out of every single day, the best thing to do is to stop writing at a point where you can see the way forward, whether that's partway through a scene, when you're about to start a part of dialogue that you're looking forward to writing, partway through a chapter, wherever that might be, that you can actually pick up again when you sit down the next day. If you write to the end of a scene or chapter and you don't know what happens next, it's not going to be any easier when you sit down fresh the next day to actually start. So I do advocate for starting in a place in the novel where you can easily pick up again, whether it's a point of change or, as I said, partway through a scene. Another great tool to make the most out of the time that you have for your writing each day is to make some notes either when you finish for your session that day and some notes about what you're going to write the next day, or you can start the day by making some notes. Sit down, take 5 minutes to jot down what needs to happen in the story, where you're at, what you need to achieve in that chapter or that scene or whatever you're going to be working on that day. That means that when you get stuck, you can automatically flick through your notes, have a look, and just get back into the story again and know where you need to go from there so that you don't have any dead time. Because if you're going to carve out 30 minutes or an hour every day, you want to make the most of that 30 minutes or day. If there are any other habits you're used to, sitting down with a coffee, having a certain environment, make sure you do the same thing every day if you can make that possible. It's just another way of training your mind to jump straight into the story and making that pattern, creating a pattern that you can move forward with, a routine every single day so you can get your novel written and start on your process to becoming a published author. Thank you for tuning in again today. This was another session on Writer Life, talking about how to be a writer and the daily routines and rituals of being a writer. I also have my weekly author coach sessions where I talk about things like how to create characters, how to start your novel, creating conflict, and all those tricky things that can sometimes stump a new author who's on their path to becoming published. Don't forget, please subscribe to my channel. It's the only way I can deliver free content every single week to you. And I do encourage you to visit me on other social media sites, Facebook, my website, which is sorayalane.com. That's SORAYALANE.com, and you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you once again for coming along. I want to help you to become the best author you can be. So do tune in, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.